That's pretty sweet, bruh. Oh my god, this deck's... Ooh. Well, he lost, but like, bruh, it was huge. It's crazy as it sounds, right? It's crazy as it sounds. Not everyone has an Arcanine Defense Crystal on turn like 4, 5, 6. Come on. Yeah, GG, okay. Oh, you know, games with a location of Warlock shouldn't be that hard. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Have you ever seen or even thought of the combo? Oh my bro. Who else would try it if not me, right? I'm showing it one time. That is how you win games right now. How are you doing there? This dude will have nightmares today. That was not even close, right? Top 100. So today we're playing this deck, which is one of the most prevalent decks so far on the ladder, which is called Location Warlock. And Location Warlock is probably something that you encounter if you play Hearthstone for the last like couple of months, because Location Warlock was actually pretty strong even before the appearance of a new card of Rotheart Dryad, right? So as far as it is, this card specifically helps you out to draw, for example, Seaside Giant for you to get present on a board a little earlier. But as far as it is, like the overall concept of the deck, like didn't change too much since the last expansion. You still have a lot of location going on for you, like a Horizon's Edge, and your Ultralisk Cavern, right? So you basically, what you want to do is to find all those Ultralisk Caverns early enough to clear early boards against whatever you play out. After that, you have like all of those 8/8s going on for you on a board. You have pretty much a really strong, continuation with the Horizon's Edge, hitting an opponent's face and dealing a lot of damage. You have huge minions like Seaside Giant, like early enough, like potentially, right? But you can also, like, summon copies of those locations, get extra 8/8s, all of that good stuff. Or if you need like extra damage to the opponent's face, you can summon a copy of the Horizon's Edge to deal even more damage. And like overall, this deck has kind of like a finisher of a Kerrigan, because it's a lot of damage by itself when it comes out, but it also gives you a really strong hero power to actually hit your opponent. And you still have like a lot of like a table flip, a lot of board clears. So this deck is actually doing really well against any kind of like aggression so far, and it also does well against Death Knights that summon a lot of like small minions on the board. In this way you can kind of like clear all those boards, and the Death Knight actually shines if there is a control Death Knight, right? For example, actually shines after like turn 8 or something, right? When they start playing their huge minions. But before that, you will already have like a lot of 8/8s and all of that good stuff. And for a Death Knight to respond to any of that, they need like corpse explosions, need to find specific cards for them to sustain themselves. And you're just like, good to go. You're just like playing green cards so far. And you have a huge minions on the board. And if your opponent doesn't have a response, they just like die, because that is too much of an aggression from your side, even though you're not kind of like an aggressive deck, right? So as far as it is, like, we have to test it out. As I saw, Blizzard actually wants to do something about like this archetype overall, because it's the most prevalent deck on top legend, because it does the best amount, like all the decks on all the archetypes, like on average, right? When it like the higher you climb, the more location of warlocks you will see. Because as I said, like on a legend climb, before the legend, it's kind of like top 3 deck or something. But like when you get to legend, it's like already like about top 2. If you get like to top 5 cave, it's already top 1, and so on, right? So as far as it is, like, this deck is extremely strong, and we have to test it out. So let's jump right in. Against a worm.
Nothing stands in my way.
Well, no, not actually sure how well it does against the warriors. Let's see our matchups, right? Let's see our matchups here. The water is like the worst. Oh, water is one among like the worst actual decks that we can encounter. It's like third from the behind, right? Of being a good matchup. Oh, that is a new Odin, I guess, right? New Odin Worm. I've seen someone actually talked about it somewhere. I'm not sure where, so somewhere on Twitter or something. By the way, guys, if you didn't follow me on any of the social media, what are you doing? So, if you enjoy the content, make sure to do so. Helps me out. You know, all of those follows on any social media, all of those like support, you know, comments under each of the videos. All of that good stuff actually helps out. And you know, if you're, you know, feeling like kind of like thankful, right? Feeling kind of thankful for the content you consume, you can always try to actually, like, you know, check out that join button on the YouTube, for example, or some kind of like subscriptions on a Twitch, or you know, it might help out a lot. So make sure to try that out. It's not like it could be not a huge deal for you, but that is a huge one for me. So you know, sorry for this, like, you know. Oh my God, what is that one? Choose a friend. What? What? Choose a friendly dragon, summon a 0/2 egg that hatches into a copy of it. Oh my God. Dragon Warrior. Oh my. Something new out there. Nice. Something new out there, and that is awesome, bro. Let's go. What do I want? More Zergis? And another Ultralisk Cavern potential? That's pretty nice. 9 cards, so we're like kind of good to go. Okay. Unfortunately, we didn't find a Kerrigan. I was actually hoping for it, that we can get like an Ultralisk Cavern plus a Kerrigan. That would be like a perfect draw, I think, from a Nydus Worm. But as soon as we got a couple of Ultralisks, we're fine here. Oh, so that is Mr. Okay. That is this guy. Okay, that's huge, by the way. That is kind of huge, though. I guess we have to consume here. Next turn we're like making a copy here, obviously, right? Let's see what the Mixologist gives us here. 3 damage and a random. 3 damage is fine. One of friendly minions died this game. I kind of want that, but like we have to, like, you know, summon an 8/8 before him. Before that. Drake. Mr. Drake. We have to clear it next turn and clear out the Drake. Let's hope he cannot, like, you know, get too many of those Drakes though. With these kind of locations. We need to clear on our own terms, right? We need to clear on our own terms and clear out those Drakes overall. We have an 8/8 rush next turn. At least that happens for us. So we have a way to clear. But, you know, I'm kind of like curious what his deck like actually does. Like how strong that is. Oh, it should be strong. Should be strong. Those you know, those Drakes are pretty solid, you know. Those Drakes are pretty solid, you know. Copy of some kind of, you know, damaged minion? No, just a bush, okay. Just a bush. No, that's fine. As soon as I clear it, like, you don't have a Clutch of Corruption, you know, available for you, so I will kind of clear it, no problem whatsoever. Which is, like, you know, decent and stuff. Which is, like, decent and stuff. How do I want to kill it though? I don't really have good minions to summon, just like a 1/1 Zerg here. Okay, is it fine? Just like to keep an 8/8 on the board? Yeah, I think it's fine. I think that should be fine. Let's see if he has any kind of board clears. Well, he should have, because he needs to snag, like, to pop those eggs, so should have some kind of like board clears. Not actually sure, so if he had like a heavy blade, I guess his late game scenario here is to actually play an Odin. Like, I might be wrong, but that's what I assume, right, with a heavy play here. That was a chemical spell. That's a second dragon, by the way. It's a second dragon of yours. And it's dead, but we're kind of like, you know, a little worried here. A little, just a little. We have a lot of ways to actually heal here, potentially. Griftah with Mixologist, like all of that good stuff. I feel like we actually have to freeze him. Not sure like what kind of stuff though. Oh my god, but that is not enough. Like he had a way, he had a potential way to kill us, but it didn't happen for him. Oh, GG. And that should be GG. Let's apply some pressure here. Let's apply some pressure here. Doesn't have any kind of like more Briar Stone Drake, right? What else can you have? Oh, probably like a 10 cost, 10 10s that deals 10 to a minion, something like this. As I said, that was GG instantly as soon as we actually healed. Oh my, another potential lethal. He needs to hit those two, it's like 40% for him. It didn't happen. That's pretty sweet, bruh. Oh my god, this deck. Well, he lost, but like, bruh, it was huge. Dude. There's someone in bruh. Was that like a dream for him? Was it like a dream start for him? That was crazy though. I almost died there. Even with that much heal, like I healed for 20. And still almost died. Like he had like what, 40% chance to kill us that turn, and before that he had like what, also something like 40%, right? What's happening?
Nothing stands in my
Those bugs. Okay, that is the worst matchup, right? Yeah, that is the worst matchup against the Demon Hunter, bro. Like, why am I actually playing against worst matchups here with the location of Warlock? I'm just like here to show off how good this deck, like, you know, how well it does. You're mean. So no more. And start like, you know, doing some dirty work. Dusk Piercer, oh my god, there is an armored demon hunter. I didn't see any armored demon hunter for like ages here. When I played my control Death Knights, you know, that annihilate these dudes. Even with the dream. Oh my god. Well, it might be still a menagerie, right? Might be. Not sure, so. Another Tusk Piercer, okay. Ooh, that was a great top deck for us.
No.
That was actually a great one. We can do a Seaside Giant soon enough. Soon enough, I would say. Have a Dryad. We actually have to proc it as fast as possible because we actually drew a Seaside Giant. Well, let's see if he gets an Arcanine Defense Crystal already on a board, because that would be, that would be something. And here it comes, okay, obviously. I guess we have to actually eat the imp. I guess we have to do that. That is fine. Table flip is costly here, unfortunately. It's 4 mana. The second one, though. There's Worm for us. Well, we have a table flip plus a location here, right? Do I even want table flip here? Kinda want Seaside Giants, right? Let's go. Maybe table flip next turn. We'll see about that. Now I'm a little worried though. Now I'm a little worried because, you know, if he has all of those 5/3s to summon gazillion Arcanine Defense Crystals, we might be in a huge trouble though, unfortunately. Because these minions will just die eventually, like, you know, hitting all of those 3-4 guys. Give Harvest, okay. Well, by the looks of it, he didn't find it yet. Has like only one card from a Tusk Piercer, it can be a 7 cost, 7/5, right? Could be the case. Couldn't be the case. Actually, 116 damage into his face, like, you know, whatever it takes. 3 and a 4 here, meh. Oh, we can summon from here, last one. I guess it's fine. Let's do that. Let's be as aggressive as possible. We're not winning in a late game against this card, unfortunately for us. For now, if he just like summons a 5 cost, he's dead, so he has to do something about this board. Because he, like, you know, you cannot summon a 5 cost and just like trigger its death really instantly, so. And we apply a lot of pressure here, a lot, and I mean like a gazillion pressure here. Should be should crumble, right? Should crumble zone. Oh, I forgot to actually make a stream announcement here. Oh, I'm so bad. Such an unprofessional streamer. Okay, when it happens though. Do you have a response, bro? No, come on. That's like what, 30 damage power out there. Immolation or aura to deal with one. Deal with the 1/1. Oh, that is actually smart. That is actually really smart. The only problem is that we kind of have this, and again a gazillion damage to his face, right? But we have a problem here. We have a problem because if he summons, like, if he has a card which is like a spell that triggers a death rattle of a card that actually died, he might summon 2 more. Ugh. He might actually consider launching zone. Might not be able to kill it, right? How many? 4 died? Well, he will kill it, but... Exodar 4 pieces, right? I guess. No, gain health, so that is actually weird. I was thinking like more about pieces, so... That's a table flip for us.
The swarm will consume all.
Kerrigan. How only Ultralisk Cavern here?
The swarm will consume all.
Ooh. Have a table flip here, but that's not too much. And we have a Kerrigan to try to grasp like the, you know, the board here. But him having an Exodar and all that good stuff, oh my god. Like, we have a Ceaseless unavailable, but I'm not sure we can actually clear that off. We have to do this. Everything else just like doesn't say us here, right? Can try to find a Griftah.
How interesting.
And to take control. In Griftah and take control. I think that is a win. I cannot deal with a 7/5 here, unfortunately. And we didn't find it. But we found a priest, so we have like an extra chance here. Have an extra chance here. So let's do that.
Choose quickly.
Somebody copy it, huh? I guess so. I guess so. This is kind of fine, but still need a Griftah. If he is able to actually proc a 7/5, we're kind of dead here in this game. All we have to, like, you know, think about right now is to remove that 7/5 from his side of the board and hope he doesn't have a second one. But we are like almost out of steam here, you know, out of steam, and that is like concerning here. Well, he doesn't have an Exodar. Like, he's actually stealing his starships away, but I guess his starship is just like too weak. Found a way to kill him. Okay. Found a way to kill it, though. Yeah, he can just trade and do whatever. Can just trade and do whatever, though. It's better this way, I think. Might be wrong though. Yeah. Well, that is the most we can do. The most we can do here, right? Let's not waste our, like, you know, a turn here too much. See what happens here. We're still having a Griftah. Now his Starship is kind of huge. And if he launches it, we might just, like, have a chance at some point, but I'm not sure though. We cannot, like, kill it. Oh, well, we can, right? With it says we can steal it, hit his face hard, and proc it with its Ceaseless, for example. Turn policy. Actually, his Starship is there, if I'm not mistaken. How this works, or is it about like a play card? You have played this game, okay? Well, here's a Griftah for us, okay. Table flip is here, going well. Unfortunate. A lot of damage so far. What is that one? 30, 40. We need him to actually play a Wind Fury here, right? If he plays a Wind Fury, we actually have a chance. A Wind Fury piece, and some of them actually have that, right? We need him to actually play them. Just like, you know, carelessly. Just like whatever. Has it in his hand, it's green. You know, make sure to do so, bro. We need that big time. That is our only chance to win this game, which is for him to play Wind Fury, for us to actually, like, you know, kill that thing. And after that, fine, and I take control from a Griftah. Is that too much to ask? I don't believe so. Return policy. Don't believe that is too much to ask here. So we kind of like have our ways here, our chances here, right? Oof, oof. Huge. Oh my god, so many infestors, so I guess we're doing it. Cause like, why not? Oh my god, bro. Well, fine. So we are pretty much out of steam. As I said, we have only a few options here for us. Only a few options here for us. We need him to play Wind Fury. That is like the only thing we need to, like, you know, to do here. We need him to play Wind Fury, and that is like our only ticket to victory here. And we are still like, we still need a take control, don't get me wrong. We're still, like, you know, gambling big time here. Or here you go. Okay, fine. Okay. Come on. Proc that. Yeah, proc that stuff. We need some help out there. We need him to make yet another mistake. Not just like playing it, but also launching another starship here. Okay, let's see what's up. I need a resurrect, right? Please draw. Draw is not something that we need this time. We actually have to prolong the game as much as possible here. Deal TT all fine. Ah, no summon. At a random, okay, fine. If only we had a demon zone. Oh, that's pretty sweet.
Go on, take a bite.
That's pretty sweet. Yeah, let's go. Because why not? Okay. That's kind of solid, right? Kind of solid. Let's see what's up. He has a Kil'jaeden and we don't, right? So he's kind of like feeling confident here. He's kind of like feeling confident here. I'm in some policy for another file back here. Okay. He's not making mistakes, bro. How do you want me to win this game zone? This guy is just like not making mistakes. He's trying lethal, by the way. Just like letting you know there. Just like letting you know. And Ceaseless actually increases damage into your face here.
How to toy with them.
How to toy with them. I need 4 armor. Damage. At a random demon just like for sake of it. Oh my god. It's so bad though. What kind of demon do we have here? Well, that saves us, I'm not sure. Well, here's 4 armor at least, okay. Let's see what's up. Still need for him to actually make a huge mistake by launching a starship. Oh my god. Like, for him to actually play with confidence, like, you know, I'm winning this 100%, right? That is like what I want him to feel, you know? I want him to feel like he's winning that whatever what happens. So I want that to happen to him, and I want him to actually launch that stuff. Oh my god. Okay. Let me, like, you know, touch that city so he's, like, you know, paying attention to that stuff. Come on, you see how huge that is? How huge that is, bro. I have to launch it, like, you know? Just like, has to be like this. Give us a chance, bro. Give us a chance. Yeah. Unfortunately. We're in this game just for sole purpose for an opponent to actually make a mistake, and she just like doesn't want to do so. Doesn't want to give us a chance, unfortunately. Okay, let's just like destroy something and you can see. Ah, if only, just one slight misplay here. Launching a starship. Oh my. One slight overconfidence misplay of launching a starship and we have a 33% chance to actually kill him instantly. Oh my god. Well, we got everything from that game, right? Well, we had our chance to finish him early. He just like found a way. On turn 6, he had a discounted Fellhound from a drone of a warp or whatever it's called. And that was exactly enough for him to actually play it and trigger it, right?
In my way.
Huge. Lucky dude. Lucky dude who survived our like good start. And yet again we're like playing against a Demon Hunter. I'm telling you, like I played for a few days so far, like a lot of games, and I never saw even once a Demon Hunter. Even once. Because that is the worst matchup for a Warlock. And all of a sudden, as soon as we play a Warlock, I actually started seeing this.
Go on, take a bite.
Okay, well we drew it Ceaseless. So a Dryad will give us a Seaside Giant, right? So face the winner, one of the worst matchups. Demon Hunter and yet another Demon Hunter. I guess it's not like the day. It's not the day for Location Warlock here. If there is another like you know, long game here, it's probably always the last one. I'm not like, you know, I'm not ready to try hard this way on my Legend climb, playing like 30-minute games. You're rotten them. Well, here is probably some damage wasted for him from a 4/4 holiday. Oh, can go space, interesting. Sugar shard something. Send a giant for us. Oh, and it copies him. Copy is tempting. To do all is fine. Freeze. Or for armor. I guess freeze is like decent. I guess freeze is like decent though.
How interesting.
Oh. Let's see what's up. We have our copy here for next turn, which is important. We can get like a free Seaside Giant next turn. I don't have anything to play, interesting.
So many memories.
Need to apply some pressure here. Maybe I didn't have to, like, you know, summon those Zergs, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, definitely should have. I mean, where's this dag though? Oh, really got his studies. Okay. Let's do this for now. Summon a friendlies and die, fine. 2-2 all fine. Another letter studies for him. He tries to find Arcanine defense crystals. Like, it's crazy as it sounds, right? It's crazy as it sounds. Not everyone has an Arcanine defense crystal on turn like 4, 5, 6. Come on. Yeah, GG. Okay. Just like cannot find it, so it's okay, that was a little lucky though. Just slightly lucky, right? Okay, no Demon Hunter, please, against the Warlock. I need to understand like how well this does against an aggro. Come on, I need to show that, like, you know. I need to show that for the guys on YouTube, you know. Well, here's a mage. Please something different, okay? Please something different, bro.
Nothing stands in my way.
Nydus Worm is extremely important for us. Do I want like a consume in my hand? Glacial Shard is not something I want in the early game. Consume. I would rather have like other one costs, right? Okay, let's go. It's an imp. Okay. Why is this hand? I guess that's a hero power turn 2. I guess that's a hero power turn 2, bro. Oh my god, it's been a while.
Spirit, lend me your
In my mind. In my mind. Imbue mage, bro. Oh. Well, Imbue mage is... We need an Ultralisk Cavern, bro. Against an Imbue mage, Ultralisk Cavern actually works perfectly there. But the whole problem is that we're like actually consuming so much damage early turns. That is a lot, though. Malorn. Malorn is a fine boy here. That's what I call a really cool card. Give me an Ultralisk, please. For the sake of the... Okay, thank you. Discover a spell, choose to keep it or put it on the top of your opponent's deck. Did you okay there? Like, how is this card even playable? Are you a streamer or something? I think only like a streamer would play that, or a guy who actually like, you know, what? Your dash roll triggered like, oh, I forgot about this card. It actually exists in this deck zone. Let's go with a table flip here, because why not? Ultralisk Cavern, let's go. I actually forgot this card exists in zone. Like, after your dash roll triggers twice, it's like an extra minion here. I forgot about that though. That's, you know, that's exciting. That's actually exciting though. We're probably copying anyway next turn, right? Because why not? Maybe after consume? Maybe after consume, right? I like the idea, man. Let's copy after the consume. Let's prepare the stuff. The good stuff. I don't believe he has actually a way to clear a 4/8/8. Has a lot of damage, by the way, on board, but like, you know, don't believe there is a possibility for him to actually do so. Boom. Huge. Huge. Boom. 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 Okay. Fine. Let's just play a 1-1. Because why not? Feel better. Oh, so that is a Mr. Prada zone. And a reason's coil. Oh my mind. One. Dude. Huge. 29 damage. Already facing you. Griftah gives us least line. Solid. Solid. Too huge of a deal. Well, you know, games with a location of Warlock shouldn't be that hard. Shouldn't be that hard as it was against a Demon Hunter. Usually it's something like this, right? Usually it's something like this. You just like find an opponent, erase each and every board like till turn 4-5. Then you play out something like a summoner or whatever that is, summon gazillion 8/8s, and people just melt because like they cannot like deal with all of those 8/8s on turn 5. That's how this deck should work, right? That's, you know, that's a pinnacle of it. And, like, it's something, you know, it's something. This deck, as I said, like a top performing deck so far on the ladder, like I'm all like compared to every and each and other deck that are out there. So make sure to try that out on your own. Like, you know, I will leave the list out there under the bin in the description of the video if you're like watching it on YouTube. And yet again, you know, make sure to check that join button, to hit that subscribe button if you watch till that point of the video. But for now, that is it for Location Warlock.